Guys, before we get into this episode, we are very, 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 very excited to tell you. Very, very excited to tell you that Triple is back as our presenting sponsor. We've inked the deal after lots of negotiations. They've settled on $100,000 directly to Will and I every episode. We're very, very excited about it. And we're rich now.
Yeah, we bought a house thanks to Triple.
Together. They have not paid us enough for 2 separate houses, but we are bunking together now. And we're having a blast. Triple is the original high seltzer, and we love it so much.
Folks, it's redefining the party landscape. Come on.
Let's get into this fantastic episode of podcasting. Are we podcasting?
Yep.
It's fall.
We're falling for podcast. It was my idea a second ago. It was like a dentist who says, God, this is like pulling teeth. Anytime he's doing something that makes a lot of money. You like that, Lauren?
I don't think
he wins the lottery and he's like, God, this is like pulling teeth.
Because he loves it so much?
Because he's a dentist, so that's how he makes money.
Oh.
So it's like he uses that phrase to describe situations in which he's making a lot of money.
Nice. Didn't get it.
This is like pulling teeth.
Yeah.
He's like winning at the blackjack table.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like pulling teeth.
Yeah, God, this is like pulling
teeth.
What is
this guy talking
about? What? You don't have to be here. Yeah. You like it?
Yep.
Lauren, Will and I went golfing.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday.
It was viral.
We went to the lovely Black Gold golf course. It's
you know what it is.
Yes, exactly. Black and gold.
Black and gold. Black and gold.
Black gold. What are we talking about? Obama? But it's like an hour and a half away. We get there, we go in. Maybe we bleep out I don't know. This wasn't bad because we all are 21, but we go into the bar.
Yeah.
We go into the bar to like get beers before the round.
Mm-hmm.
And
as guys do.
We're guys. We're going to do that. And Will's like, all right, I'll do 5 Bud Heavies. And
mind you, this is for
the group.
For the group.
And then Gavin gets like some transfusions and he's like, cool. All right. He's like, can I see some IDs? And Will hands him his ID. He's like, awesome. Gavin's license had just expired this past month. The guy was like, oh, hey man, you got one that's not expired by any chance? And Gav was like, no, I'm sorry. And he just goes, all right, you're 21, right? Gav was like, yeah, which he is. He's 24. And then he looked at me and he goes, can I get an ID? I go, my wallet's in the car. He goes, you're 21? I go, yeah. And we were like, what's the point of even?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like in like a golf course like that, it's like, you're not like,
yeah,
it's not like they're going to like raid it.
No, it was funny to like, he was so trusting of us. Like,
but he was also like over the top, like, awesome, man, don't sweat it.
Yeah.
Like,
it wasn't like, oh, okay, that's cool. It was like,
gotcha, pal.
Great. Just
great shot.
And then, so we're playing, we had a blast. We meet up with like one of the pros was in front of us and played a couple holes with him. It was great. The biggest pressure, I don't know if you golf, Lauren, but like the biggest pressure in golf is like either joining a new group or a group letting you play through, and now you have to hit your shot in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they go like, all right, aim at this point, whatever. We hadn't played the hole yet. And I hit it like well left of that, but nothing like crazy. And it went out of bounds. And then I looked at the guy and I was like, all right, so like just to clarify, like this is the aiming point. And he's like, yep. And then I hit one that was still like a little bit left of that, but like nothing crazy. And it went like way out of bounds. And I realized that I don't think that was the aiming point.
He was just fucking with you?
I don't know. And then we get up there. I'm like 200 yards out. And he had a friend there who was like partying his nuts off.
Yeah, some of those guys were partying their nuts off.
And was kind of chirping in like a fun way. And I hit it to like 6 feet from like 200 yards out, which was cool.
Yeah, I got really nervous and hit it in the woods.
Yep. Oh, this is fun. We were coming home and it was one of those nights where it was like kind of quiet.
Yep.
Do we go out? Do we not? And Gavin was like, dude, let's go to the Drunken Clam. Have you been there?
No.
So we go to the Clam. It's in like Silver Lake.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
I think it's technically Quahog.
Quahog, right. Okay, it's in Quahog.
But it's like that part of town.
And
but it's like an iconic kind of like...
Yeah, like
it has like a beachy kind of like Hanano feel, but it's like...
Yes.
But it's east side.
East side, well east side. and Peter was there.
Joe came,
Brian came, and Meg came. And then
dude, I didn't really know Brian, but he is the dog.
He is the dog.
Yeah.
He went to Brown.
Who is this?
They're
I guess you don't know them.
Friends of Cleveland. Oh, you don't know Cleveland
There's
either.
a dude named Cleveland.
Is that crazy? They are Gavin's buddies.
Yeah.
And you know, like those, do you ever like hang out with, we might have to take this out, but like, do you ever hang out with like Ivy League guys and like never shut up about how they went to like an Ivy League school? He went to Brown for like 2 years.
I felt like he was like fine about it though.
Yeah, but he's like,
I don't know.
he's like an aspiring writer, and like all he talks about is like his book.
He's like the whitest guy of all time.
I know. And do you remember like those like chokers that people used to wear? Like he like wears like a red like it's almost like a collar.
I guess that's like the east side you're allowed to.
Yeah. Can you picture that?
I want to go out there more.
Are they the ones that kind of look like little?
It has a
it's
tag.
Almost, it's like a dog collar.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was bizarre.
Yep.
And
Stewie
came, and then so Peter's dating this girl named Lois, and she
which
came.
is kind of an all-time name, kind of like old-timey.
I know. Do you know any Loises?
I actually might.
Yeah,
not
you might know
personally,
her.
but I've like
She's-
seen Lois's around.
Yeah, she's like, she always wears, what's weird about this crew that like Gavin pointed out later is like they all wear like the same outfit every time. Do you have friends like that?
Sorta.
Like Peter every single time wears like a white button down with like green pants, and then Lois matches him, but she wears a green top and white pants, and it's bizarre.
It's kind of fun.
It is
I
kind
don't
of fun.
hate it.
I feel like that happens when you hang around people. You kind of just, your styles merge.
Yeah.
Like me and Mia dress so similar.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, but yeah. Have you then? Did you say Meg came at the end?
Yeah,
here?
dude.
She's the worst.
She fucking.
Have you met this girl,
What if
Meg?
she listens?
What?
What if she
Oh,
listens?
I didn't think about that.
Bleep
dude,
it. Bleep
it's-
it. Bleep it. Replace it with
Brian, Greg. It was like,
And this
80
is one of Gavin's friends that you're shit talking.
kind of like
kind
auxiliary.
of. Yeah,
He's kind
they're
of the
like,
black
they're
sheep.
like their own crew. But Meg, it was like 85 degrees out, and Meg was wearing a pink beanie.
Yeah.
and
It
so
was
Peter,
like the girl in Despicable Me almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was the craziest thing I've ever seen. So like she's like kind of annoying, and like they all know that she's kind of annoying. And Meg said something that Peter didn't like, and he grabbed her head and farted on her face. And he said, "Shut up, Meg." Isn't that insane?
Yeah.
And then they had like an old timey jukebox,
Yeah.
and Peter went over and just kept playing this one song.
Oh yeah,
It was like the bird.
Yeah.
Bird is the word. Oh well, a bird. Bird is. Have you heard that song?
I don't think so.
It was crazy.
Well.
Oh my god, their child.
You guys had a crazy night. I feel
I
like just
know.
whipping out all these strange happenings.
They're
I mean, that's Quahog.
right.
From
They're
what-
Yeah, where is this?
You've never been to
Quahog?
Quahog?
No.
It's like out in the east side somewhere. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't really know the
I
geography.
feel like you're making this up.
What?
or not.
I don't trust anything you guys say.
Oh my god, they're so did you hear us talk about Stewie earlier?
You're talking about people from, what do you call it? From that show.
That's just the plot of Family Guy.
What's funny is that when you said Stewie, I was like, oh, Stewie, that guy.
Quahog is like the town they live in. The Drunken Clam's the bar they go to. Peter,
Oh,
Lois,
we got
Stewie,
your
Meg.
ass.
We got
I was
your ass.
wondering why you guys kept looking over at me. Like, you never want me to be this.
You got Family Guide again.
Get Family Guide.
Woo!
Wait,
We're gonna American Dad the shit out of you next.
I haven't
weekend.
seen that one yet. Really,
Me neither. We gotta Google it.
So I wore a scarf to get coffee the other day.
I can't now. I feel like you're fucking with me.
No, I swear to God. That would be a weird, like, that's like not an interesting story. To
I thought you were gonna describe yourself as like Gru or
that's
something.
fine.
Can you
wore-
describe your scarf that you wore?
It's kind of like that, but it's like browns and yellows. So it's like a flannelly scarf. And this was like I thought about it for a couple minutes before I left the house. Like, everyone's gonna know
Yeah.
I'm not a scarf guy. Like, I didn't really know how to like tie it.
Yeah, I can't picture this at all. I won't.
And I wore it under my jacket to get coffee. And I don't do hard drugs, but it was like how I imagined the high that I felt like getting away with it. Like, everyone there, to them, that's just what I wear.
Yeah.
I think. And I got away with it. And I think I'm a scarf guy now. It was awesome.
I love it.
Rather a scarf guy than a barf guy.
Right. Yes.
Fist bump me. Love the way your hands feel.
I'm officially. Oh, speaking of, so I was born with like the craziest dry hands. You felt my hands.
Let's
before.
go. Yeah.
You felt my hands before. I found I had enough on Friday. I was just I was sick of it, and I Googled like,
You're sick of your hands?
yeah, I want to have soft hands. I want to have soft hands.
Better dry than
That's a nightmare
clammy,
thing to
though.
become sick of.
Agreed. But I was just the thing you can't. I hate my hands. Worst guy to take acid with. I want my hands off my body. But I said enough, and I Googled like best hand cream for dry hands. Found this thing called Working Hands. Feel my hands; they're a little softer. They're getting there.
Wait, is that the green bottle?
Yeah. Well, it's a tub for me.
I use that.
Yeah. And
I use it because I get little
wait, so this is
itchy
a known thing.
patches. Yeah, I get
so
like
I have it. And
That is nice.
It works great now.
it's great.
Hell yeah. My hands get sweaty.
yeah.
So I remember when I was a kid, like there were kids in my school with like hyperhidrosis, like you have like permanently sweaty hands.
Oh, yeah.
People get like surgery to get it like fixed.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember talking to this guy, and he had hyperhidrosis, and I had really dry hands, and it was one of those moments where we were like, the grass is always greener.
Yep.
Like he was like, I would kill to have that, and I was like, no, I would kill to have what you have.
Yep. I would like to mine a little drier, but I'm not really.
Can I feel yours?
Same.
Yeah, I think they're fine right now.
Yeah, they were very fun.
But just when I'm holding stuff, they get really sweaty.
Oh.
Like when I was playing Wii, I've been doing these like live streams Wiiing it up. And so I have the controller in my hand and people walk by like, nice shot, and like high five. I mean, they're always like, oh.
I remember in middle school, I had such clammy hands and I was so nervous. I'm like,
That's
how,
awesome.
yeah. How am I ever going to get a boyfriend? Like, who's ever going to want to hold my hand? My hands are so, like, I was terrified of ever
Yeah.
coming across the opportunity to hold a guy's hand
And
because my hands were so sweat. Like, I thought they were
the
so
inverse of that.
clammy.
And you got a boyfriend.
Yeah, and I'm good now, I guess.
Wow.
When I was a kid, a real fear of mine was I couldn't tell my right from my left. And
That was the fear?
No.
Oh, okay.
Because of this, I had heard when you get married, you put a ring on their left finger.
Okay.
And a real thought I had was like, I'm not gonna be able to figure out which hand to put the ring on.
That's awesome.
I
I had some unhoused people camping outside my house
Nice.
this weekend. Yep. But I made a big faux pas. I think I disrespected them on accident.
where in your house were they? Or like, sorry, where on your like, where on your property? There's a trash can with a fire in your living room. You're like, get out.
Yeah, no, they literally like right outside my back gate. They created a tent using my trash can and my recycling bin as like the like tent
like
poles.
slipping cans and they're like, excuse me.
No, that literally happened. So like, I'm trying to remember exactly what we were doing, but we were at home and we had to walk to like the CVS. Scott was at the apartment. Me and my friend Lily were just walking to CVS and back, and we get outside the back gate and we're turning right, and the unhoused person says, apparently they said, "How are you doing?"
Yep.
And I heard, "Do you have any money?" Which is so fucked up. Which is definitely just like my brain. Like I'm sure they're asking. Like I'm not proud of it, and I go, "I'm sorry, I don't have any money," and she goes, "What?" I just said, "How are you doing?" And I was like, oh my God.
Did you apologize?
Fucking nightmare. Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. I did not. I completely misheard you. That's my fault. And she's like, oh, you're okay. Have a good one.
Yeah.
So we go back, we come back, and on the way back, they're like, any chance you're renting that garage out? Mind you, the garage, we don't own the property, obviously.
Right.
I should have just said yes and taken some money.
Yeah.
Could have been a huge venture for me. Start renting out our garage. But could have also gone poorly. Also, I don't know how much they would have had to offer. So I said no.
Stuff like buttons and nickels.
But then, yeah, and then we go in to tell Scott this, and apparently while we were gone, he had gone to try to take out the recycling and like seen them and kind of gotten spooked at first, and then been like, no, it's fine. Like, and then gone back out, and he just had to basically like go into their house and be like, hey, excuse me, just dump in our recycling. And they were like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're not in your way, right? And he was like, no, y'all good.
Howdy, neighbors.
And yeah, they were like, all right, have a good night.
You guys don't have a cup of sugar, man.
Yeah, do you have a teaspoon? Anyway, it was just kind of funny. They were perfectly nice folks, and they were there all weekend.
Yeah.
But I just felt bad that I think that was like a bad like Freudian slip.
Yeah.
Yeah, that alley is unhoused alley though. Like that. My dad and I were getting coffee one time, or you guys were both there at Will's house, and we were walking out, and you know when you're looking at someone who's living on the street, and like the way that they have their stuff organized clearly makes sense to them.
Yeah.
But to us, it looks insane. He had created this like minefield of like half-drank Mountain Dews and like pea cups. And it was like all kind of in your alley. And like, we obviously don't want to like knock over his stuff. So we're just like tiptoeing.
Especially not the pea cup.
I was saving that. And
Or his Purig.
He was giving us like the death stare as we were like, he had created this nightmare for us. And we were somehow like, instead of just like, I don't want to say like walking through his like trash, but like we were treating it like these were like valuables and like tiptoeing through it. And he was just watching like, yes, all right.
Hey man, I got a lot of neighbors, and a lot of people will be grateful to have as many neighbors as I do, because my amount of neighbors goes past the amount of housing units.
Yeah.
So,
which to me sounds not fun.
They've been nothing but nice, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I've had not one bad run-in with a homeless person, even though there's definitely a lot of them.
Do you remember the guy at the end of Clubhouse when we were younger?
Maybe.
He would make his bed. He had found like a kind of a nice mattress, and when he would leave when he would go clock in wherever he works, he would make the bed, which I always thought was a nice touch.
Respect.
Yeah. I would probably do that.
I don't even make my bed
on the right foot. Yeah, that's insane to me. You gotta, Lauren, you make your bed, right?
Oh my god,
you have to. You gotta make your bed.
Yeah.
It takes 30 seconds.
Yeah, I don't get what the point is.
I can't leave my house.
The first task that you're given during the day, read the book. I never read it, but I was gifted
Make
the
your
book
damn bed.
Make Your Bed by Mr. Tarling. Thank you, Mr. Tarling.
He didn't write that.
No, he gifted it to me. It was written by that like general.
Yeah, I know about that book.
But the thought is, if you complete the first task of the day, you're already having a good day.
First task of the day for me is just hanging out.
Yeah, and you nail that.
And I nail it every morning.
You nail that.
Scrolling. That's my first task of the day.
My mom sent me that ad for the thing where it was like, turn doom scrolling into micro learning.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me want to throw my phone through the window.
What's micro learning?
It's like learning about real small things like ball bearings and coins and nickels. And
it's a pop quiz.
Grains of rice, corn, the kernels.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Continue.
Small little things like little bugs and needles and beetles and screws.
Whatever happened to roly polies? I feel like those were a bigger part of my life.
They got wiped out, dude. It's COVID.
Oh, I love.
Are they actually? Did they obviously not COVID, but like I remember seeing hundreds of roly polies on a day-to-day basis when I was. Is it just because you're lower to the ground?
Yeah, I think you're looking for them too, right?
Yeah.
Like I remember me and my buddy Owen would just go out there looking for stuff under rocks.
Yeah.
Oh man, you ever like go get like crayfish, little crawdads? We'd go down into the streams and lift up rocks, and they'd just all be sitting there.
Crawdads.
Where the crawdads sing.
Where were you looking?
Under rocks in stream.
What state?
What even is?
Well, I was looking for crayfish when I did in Pennsylvania, but by the time I moved to South Carolina, they were crawdads.
I remember.
What do you call them? Look, crawdad.
No, I know they exist. I'm more just confused.
It's the same thing as a crayfish. Do you call them crayfish?
So I've never called them anything because I've never seen one of those in person.
Wait, really?
Never.
Oh, they're just like lobsters for babies.
Oh, how
nice.
cute.
And they hide under rocks in streams.
Lobsters for babies. That should be a.
Oh my God. Sorry.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I didn't think it was gonna be that good, so I cut you off to save you. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I had an idea for a movie this weekend.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like a 2000s like family comedy kind of. It's called Kid Babysitter.
Of course.
Did I tell you about this earlier?
Yes, but I want to hear it again.
Okay, Kid Babysitter. I'll pitch it to Lauren too. It's like the mom's like, all right, your babysitter will be here in just a minute. Your dad and I are going out for dinner. We'll be back later. And the babysitter comes up to the door and arrives, and it's actually also a kid.
And the kids are like,
kids are like, what? And he goes,
Kid Babysitter.
And then it just cuts like a montage of them like going crazy around the house.
They're wiping his ass.
Yeah, they're wiping his ass. No, they're not wiping his ass. There's no asses. There's no kids' asses.
Oh, they're old enough to wipe.
There's no kids' asses in this movie. I just want to get, in case there's like a director listening.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I think there's all sorts of stuff that could happen, like where it's like, the kid calls to like order pizza and it has to do like a adult voice or something.
Right.
And when the pizza man comes, then they have to like go in a trench coat so that it seems, you know what I mean? Or like
pick your brain real quick.
Pick.
Do you think only adults can order pizza?
No, but in this movie, the kids think that.
Right.
I feel like that's plausible like as a kid.
Yeah.
Or maybe what's things only adults can do that aren't like fucking weird?
Take out a loan.
Yeah, maybe they take out a loan. Maybe they create
they're creating more problems for them. They're doing stuff they don't need to do, but they've run out of,
Or it's like maybe that's like Phineas and Ferb type shit, like where they like build like some crazy contraption in the yard.
Oh, there's like an intruder or something.
That's like Home Alone.
And they need to stop him.
Yeah.
So the parents are just leaving.
Well, they're like, the babysitter will be here in 5 minutes, like, and they're late for their res, so they're.
Yeah, I guess that's a little weird, but I think that's maybe like one of the kids is at least old enough where it's like they can be home for 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought it was like a newborn.
My babysitter, my mom used to leave and be like, Haley will be here in 30.
I had a babysitter. I had a few babysitters that sucked growing up.
Oh, really?
My parents were like running through the gauntlet of like trying to find a good babysitter. One of them was like a dude. I think he was the only dude babysitter we ever had. And we had like freeze pops in the freezer, and he let us eat an entire thing of freeze pops in one day. And it was the best afternoon of my life. My parents came home like, what do you do? In what world can a kid have 35 freeze pops? Like, and so he got the can. We had
You're in the corner like, ow.
We had one kid who like, or was a girl that I guess like was like a bad driver, which is not that I would expect that. So don't make a look at me. And she apparently would drive down one-way streets and like have major freakouts every time. Like, oh, what the fuck? Like a fucking.
Wait,
and my brother and sister were like,
car?
Mom, we got to get rid of this lady. She's going crazy in the car. And then, I don't know. We had one that I think made me a hot dog. That one's not a good one. Or not a good story.
That one was a middle of the road, baby.
Yeah, but then
she just did her job.
Yeah, then we landed on Tasha, and Tasha was the best, dude. She had a pool at her house, and she would take. Do you see when she's hot?
Yeah.
I don't know. Or not. No, I was a child. I was like 7.
I feel like that's a classic, like having a crush on your babysitter.
Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think I had a crush
all my
on her.
babysitters.
Well, anyway, she would take us to her house, and we play the watermelon game because she had a pool at her house.
Yep.
The watermelon. Do you know the watermelon game?
No, I'm excited to learn that.
It's I think it's 2 teams, and you have a watermelon, and you have to try to keep it underwater while the other team tries to bring it up to the surface or something. Or maybe you have to go score a goal, but you have to keep it underwater the whole time, and they float.
Yeah.
So it's like to pass it, you have to, but they're like heavy enough that like you can pass it like if you push it down and with enough velocity, it'll float over to the other guy, and then he can trap it before.
Yep.
Very fun.
I had mostly lovely babysitters. It was the only negative one I can think of. I might have told you guys this story already. She would babysit us, and I think the first red flag was she was like 16 but had like a tongue piercing.
Nice.
And I remember her telling me it was a Tic Tac, and I was always confused why it was in there so long. Not that big of a red flag, but like it says a little bit
Worth
that, like,
noting. Yeah.
Worth noting. It's one of those things where if you're lovely, it's fine. But then like when other shit starts to go haywire, you're like, also, why does she have a tongue piercing?
Yeah.
But she went to a party. She was in high school, went to a party and was bragging to another high schooler about how much she was stealing from our house without my parents noticing, like stealing like jewelry, like money, like all this stuff. And bless this person, whoever this like really good Samaritan high school kid was like, played it cool and was like, oh, nice story. And then wrote a handwritten letter saying, hey, I just want to let you know, Elise, actually, no, fuck you. Elise is stealing jewelry and money from your house. You should go take inventory and then call the cops. And
that's why
my mom went and looked. Her USC class ring was gone, which is like something you can't replace. Necklaces, like lots of money somehow. I don't know where we were keeping money, but like she found money. Called the mom of the girl. They both like emphatically denied it. And then I don't think we ever got to the bottom of it. But like
so she never got it back.
Never got it back, and I think it'd be one thing. It sucks if it's like a necklace that was expensive, but you could just go buy another one, or like maybe like you could file like insurance on it. It was the frustrating thing was that it was things that she couldn't replace.
Yep.
which was weird.
That is.
But we had another
I'm
babysitter.
sorry that happened.
Yeah, I don't remember it, but Haley was the best babysitter I've ever had.
Shout out Haley.
Shout out Haley, mother of 2 now,
Hmm.
lovely woman. We still follow each other on Instagram. She comments hearts every once in a while, which I think is
Aw,
fun.
that's
Sweet.
cute.
Love her.
I had one babysitter I didn't mention that is very much still in my life.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
But the end of that story was I found out that Haley was babysitting my friends, and I was fucking. I was
Yeah.
Like you're getting cheated on.
I was
Yeah.
furious,
That's fun.
and I didn't find it out until we weren't like. I remember telling my friend "Oh, Haley was the best,"
yeah.
and my friend Chris was like, "Yeah, I loved Haley," and I was like,
Oh, you found it out like later in life.
"Yeah," I was like, "What?"
Yeah. That's like finding out I wasn't Dr. Vu's favorite patient. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
You weren't his little guy.
Her.
Her. Women can
A
be
woman's
doctors
place
too.
is in the dentist's office.
You what?
A woman's place is in the dentist's office.
Mm.
I want to get that embroidered.
My friend Andrew, he
Mhm.
told us a funny story one time. He got, when you go, Lauren, I don't know if you know this, but when you get a physical as a boy, they cup your balls and check for bumps and stuff, and then you turn your head and you cough.
Mhm.
It's a hernia check.
That's okay. That's what it is. I always
You
wonder
go like this, and then you go.
because I've always I've done it. I've held my own balls and turned and coughed, and nothing happens to my balls.
Well, you haven't had a hernia.
Okay, good. Does something clear?
Yeah, I remember a kid had one growing up.
No, but if you have a hernia, do they go wow?
Yeah, going eyes in a cartoon. Yeah.
But he said, and I think this is super unprofessional. I don't think they're supposed to do this. A nursing student was sitting in, which I think is fine. But the doctor let the nursing student do the balls part. And he said he got a boner. And
Wait, who is this?
my friend Andrew.
And was it a girl?
Wait, the
or a
student?
guy?
did?
Or
No.
I guess it doesn't matter.
The student girl, who's probably our age now, was at
Oh.
a local college and doing a residency or something. And the pediatrician let the girl do the balls part and only the balls part. And then when he dropped his pants and she was checking his balls, he got a boner because 23-year-old girls holding his balls.
How old was he?
We were probably 10 or 11.
Oh, that's funny.
And he said the girl laughed.
I feel like he was always I feel like they would bring in a guy to do it if it wasn't. a
Yes.
guy.
No, I think that's why he was telling the story again years later.
Oh.
And we were like, that is kind of weird that they did that. I remember being worried. I had an old man doctor.
Yeah.
And I was worried that I was going to think of something hot right before he came in the room. And then it
Yep.
would look because you're thinking all day, you're like, I'm going to get my balls cupped.
Yep.
And I was worried I was going to think of something hot. And then when I pulled my pants down, I was going to have a raging boner.
That would be awful.
It'd be the worst thing in the world.
I don't think I want to have a raging boner when
No.
I'm getting my doctor ball cupped.
What's your doctor ball?
No, Dr. Ball cupped. Dr.
He's from
Cliff mixtape.
He's from Romania. Dr. Ball Cup.
Dr. Ball cup.
My locker at our golf club was next to my pediatrician's, and I went to the pediatrician for you can go until you're 18, 19. I was way too old to be in this
Yeah.
pediatrician's office, and there were other kids running around the waiting room. And I remember there was one day where I got a physical. He held my balls, and then I went to play golf, and he was in the locker room next to me.
yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I kind of lost. I
So-
started thinking about. I'll tell you.
I did my checkup.
Yep.
My balls were in his hands.
Mm-hmm.
He washes his hands. I leave. I go to play golf, and then he also goes to play golf.
Got it.
And we were in the locker room standing next to each other. The
Yeah,
same
that
day
is-
he had held my balls.
That's funny.
Guys, as you already know, this podcast is brought to you by Triple. Triple is the original high seltzer with 3 milligrams of THC and just 15 to 20 calories. Triple offers a social buzz similar to that of your favorite hard seltzer, light on calories, high on life. It's all natural, gluten-free, and again, just 15 to 20 calories. Will, why do you love Triple so much?
First of all, let me just say I'm stoked to be working with Triple again.
Agreed.
Could not be more of a fan of their products. During our little hiatus there, I was just buying them myself. So very excited that they're now sending us even more of these things. I love them. The grapefruit flavor I can't say enough good things about, but they're all great. That's just a personal favorite. I'm thinking, hey, it's election night tonight.
Yep.
What better way to kind of take a little bit of stress off as we watch these results trickle in than I don't know, maybe a triple high seltzer.
We'll watch the results
Or two.
triple in.
Yeah, we're going to be tripled out of our gourds watching the election results triple in.
Seriously.
And man, I'm just happy. This is an authentic grin on my
I know.
face that we are back working with these folks.
Guys, Triple is currently available at grocery stores, liquor stores, bars, and restaurants in Missouri, Kansas, Iowa, Louisiana, Georgia, and Florida, and will be available in Illinois, South Carolina, Arizona, and Ohio by end of year.
Looking at you, Lake of the Ozarks.
Nationally, it is currently available online. To get it now, go to drinktriple.com and use code PLAYDATE to get 10% off your order. That's drinktriple.com and use code PLAYDATE for 10% off your order. Triple, redefining the party landscape. All right, guys, quick shout out to our partner, Fireball. Fireball whiskey is the perfect shot for game day, whether you're grabbing some of those sneaky little shooters before going into the stadium or going big with the Fireball keg for your party. Whether it's a pregame shot in the tailgate lot or a celebratory touchdown shot at the bar, no matter the method, Fireball is guaranteed to ignite your game day. Will and I have a fun little tradition that we have been doing with our BC Eagles this year. After every touchdown, we take a Fireball shot, and if we win or if we lose, Will and I usually keep the night going with a couple more Fireball shots. I'm not a big fan of shots in general. Sometimes they go down a little bit bitter, but the one shot, I take a couple shots, but one of my favorites is a Fireball shot. It just goes down a little bit smoother. I like it ice cold. Get a little fire and ice action going.
Love that.
So delicious.
Well, so many things make football great, guys. We can all agree that nothing beats crushing your rival. There's absolutely no better feeling as an athlete or as a fan. This season, Fireball Whiskey wants to provide an extra spark to ignite football rivalries all season long. Here's what I will say. We had a bye week this week, which might be the closest we come to winning for the rest of the season. So we also took a shot to celebrate that. Obviously, you know, we have this bet going with Lauren. It's looking bad. I think we might be mathematically fucked.
I've crunched a couple numbers. I don't think it's possible for Will and I to win.
So we're going to have to get a cake with Lauren's face on it.
We will have to get a cake with Lauren's face on it. And you know what? We'll have a couple shots of Fireball, win or lose.
Lauren, you want
looking like lose.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Chocolate.
All right, we're doing vanilla. We're doing vanilla. We're doing vanilla.
Fireball's iconic cinnamon flavor tastes fire and goes down easy, making it the ultimate crowd pleaser. Go pick up some from your local liquor store and join us in drinking Fireball during our game days this season.
I one time saw the Market Master naked, and it...
Who's that?
So in Lancaster, PA, oh, there he goes. The rusty shuffle. Once per episode, he gets up and shakes it all out. Ooh,
Yeah.
Speaking of cupping your balls, he just touched his actual nutsack on
That's
air.
not true.
Oh.
I was pulling my skims out from my balls.
All right, well,
Lauren goes,
I can't stop thinking about his balls. The Market...
Ew.
Gross.
I forgot we were recording a podcast.
In
Ugh.
Lancaster, Pennsylvania, there's a market downtown called Central Market.
Mhm.
It's awesome. It's like the coolest market I've ever been to because all the Amish people come in from all the surrounding areas and they bring in their produce and stuff. They have like the best apple cider. There's this Middle Eastern stand called Saif's that I used to rip. Get chicken cheese wraps. They had one of those gummy places where you get a little bag and you can mix and match all different sorts of gummies. Unreal. Central Market in Lancaster, coolest spot ever. What was I saying? Oh, the Market Master.
Curious how are you? All right, just keep going.
The Market Master was like kind of like a well-known, like a well-known position in Lancaster. Like it was like
What did
you knew the mayor, you knew the Market Master, you knew
the mayor?
like you knew who the mayor was.
Oh,
Actually,
interesting.
the mayor right now is like a very close friend, family friend. But
I don't think I've ever known my mayor.
yeah, it was like when I was growing up, it was right after we moved away. My dad's friend just ran. My dad ran this like environmental nonprofit with this other lady, and then she decided to run for mayor, and she won.
Nice.
Now she's been the mayor for like 8 years.
Anyway, so the Market Master.
Market Master was like a revered position in the town. Everyone knew who the guy was, I guess. And one time my dad and I went to the YMCA, and we went to the locker room to change to play like racquetball or something, and there was the Market Master. You know, like in the locker rooms where they just shine his nuts and balls and butt and wiener.
How old was the Market Master?
Like an old guy, like my dad's age or something.
Just stuff.
And we
hanging
saw
out.
him, and I remember walking. I was like, "Dad, was that the fucking Market Master?" I just saw his complete ween,
Just saw his gooch, man.
and it was. And I remember that being like something that I would like bring up for like years. I was like,
Yeah.
Dad, remember we saw the Market Master naked? He's like, yeah, I remember. So that was a defining point in my childhood, at least.
It's so good.
Yeah. I want to go back there. Right this time of year, that was beautiful.
To the market.
Yeah, or the Central Market, dude, it was so sick. It was the coolest thing of all time. It smells good in there.
Oh,
Ben Barrett and I were talking about this the other day. Do you remember? I always remember that ALS ice bucket challenge.
mm-hmm.
What was that?
Actually,
No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Did you guys use that as like a form of like flirting?
I never got nominated.
You would like
like the people
you'd like
tag.
nominate girls that you like.
Yeah.
Nominated like my uncle, I think.
Why would you want that?
I don't know.
Like Uncle Dave, get in there,
I
man.
want Uncle Sam to do the fucking ice.
We're all doing it.
challenge. I got my grandma to do it. I remember dunking her.
She, like,
Keep going. No, do
I
it.
was
Say something about my
forgot.
fucking grandma.
Forgot. I was gonna say like that seems like a dangerous game to be like I would never like put my grandma in a position where like the heart might start racing or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You wouldn't have to worry about that anymore.
I
you
keep
fucking
I
asshole.
keep forgetting that she died.
Jesus Christ. This guy has no moral compass at all. It's just like, oh, another podcast? So can I make fun of Will's dead grandma again?
That's not it.
It was my first November without her.
Same.
Yeah,
Without your grandma.
without my grandma.
No, without my grandma.
Yeah, she used to always make. Wait, I got one thing to say
Yeah.
about my grandma while I'm thinking of it. She used to make like on Thanksgiving, she would with the turkey just put it in a cooler and fill the cooler with Jack Daniels and soak it overnight. And then my mom would take it from there and like make the turkey. And I don't think it changed the flavor at all. But this was like it's a tradition.
Did you ever like sneak a ladle?
No, but I remember like Grandy would pull up with fucking 8 bottles of Jack Daniels. Yeah.
No way.
Swear to God. She soaked a whole turkey in whiskey.
Wow.
And then we just dumped the whiskey out.
Do you guys have those friends that remember when like people figured out you could fry the turkey?
Yeah, and then they like burned their faces
Everyone was like
off.
setting their houses on fire.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I'd seen someone do it, like 4 or 5 people like narrowly avoided third degree
Dying.
burns. Like it because they no one had any knowledge of how to. It's such a large thing to fry. If you put it in too fast, you like explode.
I think the important thing is just to do it in your kitchen. Because then you have like towels and stuff if it makes a mess.
I saw something where the like local fire departments were like urging people to bake their
Yeah.
turkeys instead, just being like, it is not worth it.
My dad smoked our turkey last year in like his big green egg.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just taking forever. And I think it really stressed him out. Everyone was like, where's the turkey? He's like, I fucking I don't know. It's just like a huge thing to smoke.
Working on it.
Yeah. So I think this year my mom said we have to make Thanksgiving dinner, actually. She called me about this the other day.
I would say no.
Well, it's because my dad has to be in Boston up until the day of Thanksgiving.
Right.
And so my mom is there with him. So we don't have any, like, she's not going to be able to prep anything and make it. Like, they're going to have to come up the
Are you
day
gonna
of
just
Thanksgiving.
are you just gonna like go find a kitchen that can do it? Or are you gonna try and do it?
I think me and my brother are going to, and sister are going to try to do it. But I have
Do it.
no idea what that is.
think
I'm
you can
actually
do it.
kind of excited because it'll be like, we'll have like
Yeah.
3 days of like
Yeah, you're gonna
time
have a
to, like,
way better appreciation for your mom.
prep. I know, which is what I'm worried about.
I know.
I'm worried
Because
that
you can
it's
kind of
gonna
right
get
now.
to her head.
Oh,
Like
I was
I
gonna
would
say the opposite, where you're like now you're gonna be. I don't know. Continue.
No, I just like I know that she definitely works way harder than anyone gives her credit for, and I'm worried if
Yeah.
we find out, then we're gonna feel guilty about the way we've acted for the last 25 years.
Yeah.
So like I don't really want that guilt on my conscience, you know? I think I'd rather
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna have to fucking figure it out.
We do it in Florida now, and I think they've been like experimenting with ways because at some point everyone reaches the point where just like I don't want to fucking cook
Yeah.
anymore, and like the aunts, it used to be like all the aunts get together and like just figure it out, and then I think it's like you guys clearly don't appreciate how hard this is, whatever, and then they have to do the kids have to do the dishes after, and it's like a whole thing. So they catered it one year. And like that really wasn't the same because that feels weird.
Yeah.
And so now the last couple of years, we've been doing it at our aunt's like club, and it's like a buffet style thing. Get in, get out. There's a bartender, which is nice.
That is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Now you get in, get out. It's an excuse. I like dressing up. Like I think that's fun.
Mhm.
And like at home, if you're the guy that like wears like a blazer, everyone's like hardo. But if you like have to wear a blazer,
Yeah.
then you can kind of play it where it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But in your head, you're like, I get to dress up.
You know what I think might be perfect to wear to Thanksgiving?
But yeah, I feel like that's something Sam would wear.
And me.
Yeah.
Because I'm brother.
You're slowly turning into Sam with the mustache.
I know. I'm worried about the copycat allegations. He was supposed to shave his after the Mets lost.
He didn't?
He didn't.
I've never seen him without a mustache.
I know.
Did I tell you my sister saw Sam on Hinge, Lauren?
Really?
Oh, I forgot you told me that.
She sent me a screenshot and she was like, is it weird if I like Sam? And I was like, no. Like, get this ball.
Yeah.
'Cause in my head, then it's like, if this works out, Will and I are doing Thanksgiving together. Now Will and I are doing Christmas together.
Did you like him?
She didn't like him. She got nervous.
Oh.
That's a bummer.
Where
But
are they the same, around the same age?
I think they're the exact, or
30?
no, then he's a little older than
She lives in New York?
She lives in New York as well. My question to her that I never asked was, how did she know that was Will's brother?
Everyone says he looks just like me.
There's no way she would have had, because Hinge moves fast.
He probably is, like Cloud Chaser probably has a picture with me. 'Cause
Oh,
of the
you think?
podcast.
I get sent Hinge things. A lot of guys have pictures with you and I in their Hinge.
We have seen, yeah.
And people will text it to
No,
me.
I've had friends, or one of my friends sent me a girlfriend that a guy she came across was a photo of, I think you.
Oh, no.
Multiple photos of
I've also, yeah.
I feel like you haven't made it. We need to have some people start impersonating us. You haven't
I have
made
a
it
friend,
until someone's impersonating.
I have a
you.
friend from college that's like a girl in Charleston.
Yeah.
And all my high school buddies in Charleston, she's repeatedly sent me pictures that me and my high school buddies have put in their profiles of us.
Oh, it's funny.
Yeah. Wait, what was I gonna say though? Fucking, it was gonna be viral. We're doing the live show in New York.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Live sketch comedy. If any playmates in the New York area want to come, November.
Just Will.
Just me, yes. Well, me and the other sketch guys from this company. But yeah, November 17th, you should come. You can find tickets online.com.
Where do you think the most playmates are? I feel like we definitely have access to that data.
Probably
Chicago.
Boston or New York.
Yeah. I was thinking about this the other day. There's Halloween music.
Yep.
There's Christmas music. Why is there no Thanksgiving music?
What about this
I mean, I think there is.
Turkey, you make me want to work you.
Okay, besides that one that Will just made up
There's
just now.
Thanksgiving music.
There's
What's
not.
Thanksgiving?
But like not popular enough. Like no one's playing Thanksgiving music. If you went to a holiday place, it's all
Nicotine and gravy.
Oh, great.
Isn't that second one? It says just like a racist thing.
Yeah, jive turkey. I think is a big no. But here's
How sweet.
Here's my thought. If we pioneer that genre of music,
Should I write a Thanksgiving song?
yes, we should do that, and then we could be like, you know, how Mariah Carey has made like $100 million off of Christmas music.
Yeah.
We could just get a small sliver before everyone else catches on of Thanksgiving music. Because I'm also tired. I walked in here the other day. Second Halloween was over. There was Christmas music playing in this office, which I love Christmas as much as the next guy.
Yep.
But we have to wait a little bit.
Thanksgiving's my favorite holiday.
Same.
I agree.
Because you know what? It's not about the fucking gift giving and everyone trying to be so superficial.
Yeah.
I just want to be a person, man. I don't want to be a dollar sign on a gift wrap.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to
What are you
be.
going to ask for Christmas?
Oh my God, something big.
Yeah. My mom sent out that text the other day. She said, send links.
My mom said.
Haven't thought of
My
anything.
mom said no more presents this year, and I am pissed.
Wait, what?
I'm not even kidding. She was like, maybe like this year we just, we're all grown up now, so maybe we don't have to do all the presents under the tree thing. And I was like, bull fucking shit, because my sister got it until she was 32,
Yep.
and my brother got it until he was 30.
Yeah.
And so then all of a sudden, because I'm last, I get fucked over for 9 years of presents.
You should say.
I think I should get, if I get 9 years of presents 9 years worth of presents this year, then we're good.
Yeah.
But that is bullshit. I'm getting
Yeah.
fucking hosed. Sorry.
I would throw the day that happens,
I'm going to freak out.
I'm going to throw an absolute temper tantrum and it's going to keep happening.
Shoot, my mom was like, I don't even get what you got you Legos last year? I was like, yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was awesome. I built them.
I want more toys.
Yeah.
Or
Do you guys ever ask for like clothes?
I'm not coming ever.
Now that I'm a little
Yeah.
older, that's kind of all I asked
Yeah.
for. I set the record yesterday for least times gotten out of bed, or my PR. I woke up. We put on We put on the end of the Patriots game. What are you
Mm.
making that face about?
We?
Oh yeah, we. Can we move on? I have a girl I like. Is that what you
That
want to hear?
is fucking humiliating.
Is that what I want to hear?
Don't
is that what you want to hear?
Don't ever say that shit around me
The
again.
girl that smells nice and sleeps in my bed.
Aw.
so
And we
What
wear
does
our
she smell like?
we wear our PJs. She smells. It kind of smells like that candle, honestly.
Oh,
Yeah.
Do you miss her?
Yes, we're texting right now.
She
Actually,
smells like Oreos and chocolate.
Yeah. There's a girl that wears my PJs in my bed, which is pretty nice. Pretty cool stuff.
What do you wear? Her
I,
PJs?
I have multiple sets of PJs. I wear her PJs. They're busting at the seams. And we ordered Koufax burritos. Got out of bed to get those. Ate them. Back in bed. I did not get out of bed until probably 6 p.m. to make dinner, and then I got back in bed and ate it in bed.
Wow.
And then I got up again, and I had an absolute blowout from the pasta sauce. It always sounds like a good idea, and then I literally, this is the second time I've done it when I'm talking to myself, and I tell myself never again. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say that you keep telling the story and act like you didn't get up to pee or poop at any point.
So I actually I only peed once during the day. I literally think I got up less than 3 times
That's crazy.
or less than 4 times.
Koufax is gas.
It was gas.
What kind did you
What is
get?
Koufax?
It's like a
Bacon?
deli. Yeah,
Did you get the bacon
burrito.
one? Yeah.
But I didn't know avocado.
Mm.
They have jalapenos in them. Semantics.
Jalapeno.
But
I
yeah.
watched Peaky Blinders and Survivor yesterday.
Nice.
I watched football with Troy.
What?
I know.
You know what's weird? Like, I can't even really watch football anymore.
So I watched a little bit yesterday, and for some reason I was usually it's the highlight of my week.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? No.
We were watching football and then we were like, I watch Survivor. And
Yeah.
we are like, yeah.
Did you have beers yesterday?
No, do you?
No.
No, just drinking water, coffee.
Nice.
It was nice.
Last thing about this girl. Every place I've gone to dinner has been a Lauren recommendation.
Yep.
She's knocked every single one out of the park. We were at this one place.
I should say that it's their Troy recommendations.
Okay, thank you, Troy.
Yeah.
They've all been great. We're at this one place on the top of like a mountain overlooking Los Angeles. We forgot the Dodgers are playing.
Yeah.
We're sharing this nice romantic moment together.
Romantic mother?
We're sharing this.
Whoa, little Oedipus slip up there. Run the clip. He said romantic mother. He just said romantic
I'm
mother.
in love with my mom.
Oh. Oh. Sorry.
Fireworks start going off because we didn't know the Dodgers were playing. We thought this is just awesome, and it was great. And then a bunch of fires broke out.
Really?
I mean, not at the
Oh, like
restaurant.
people were just like setting fireworks.
setting shit on
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah, apparently it happened right by our house too. I was, I think, here, but Scott said there were fireworks going off all around our house, and he's a Yankees fan, so he was like,
Oh,
"God damn it!"
man. Yeah.
I was on the couch with Ty.
Yeah.
And then we go to bed. We go our separate ways. I lie down. I turn off the lights. Put on my eye mask. You just hear a firework go off literally right outside of our window, and it must have been next to the guy who. So the car alarm goes off, but this firework goes off. This guy goes no, and then the car alarm went off for like 20 minutes.
Jesus, I hate.
You
car
said
alarm.
eye mask. Do you sleep with an eye mask every night?
Sometimes.
I think you said IMAX.
What would that be?
Wah, they put on the
Film.
Oh, eye mask.
put my IMAX on. Get my popcorn ready. Should we road
Dude,
map?
We're having the
Oh,
best
yeah,
time.
road
Wait,
map. Somebody recently. Wait, what?
No, I'm not.
Somebody recently commented, and they were like, "Do you think you guys can get to the road map a little quicker?" Someone was like, "You must be new here." It's funny.
All right.
Map it up. I'm peeing while you do the road map.
Sounds good. We have a beautiful episode for you guys today. We are doing your pitches followed by our pitches. And then we have This Guy Rocks, followed by everyone's favorite segment, Teach Me Something. And then Will and I are going to do, it's tax season, so we're going to do taxes that don't exist. And then things white people like to say. And then, excuse me. This one's kind of gross, or not gross. This one's kind of dumb. Will and I are going to do sayings that do exist.
Gross.
This one's kind of gross. All right, Lauren, Will's gone. What should we talk about?
Wait, it's tax season right now?
No, I don't know why I said that. We were thinking politics. What's related to politics? Taxes, new taxes.
Right.
We're gonna come up with new taxes. How was your weekend, Laura?
It was good. Oh, me and Troy started The Joker a few weeks ago, but then
Nice.
fell asleep and didn't finish it. We
The
finished it
TV
on
show?
Friday night. What do you say?
You guys fell asleep?
Yeah,
Sleep in the same bed?
sometimes.
Gross.
Sometimes he kicks me out.
Really?
No,
Oh.
but no, we finished.
How big is his bed?
I think it's a queen.
How big is your bed?
I think it's a queen. How big is your bed?
Queen.
Let me guess, California king or something.
Alaskan king? No, it's a queen. But I got in an argument with someone. They said that they don't think it's a queen, and I went and got a measuring tape and measured it to prove that it was a queen.
Oh. No, but we finished The Joker. Unreal movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I've never seen it before. I loved it.
Oh, I thought you meant you started the Joker as in like there was a TV series. You started and didn't finish it.
The movie, yeah.
Right. All right.
So-
Pitch us, Lauren.
Pitch? You got a pitch?
No, it's from the Playmates.
Also, not an ad, but Chubby's sent us these. Actually, there might be a Chubby's ad read. Will and I are both wearing them. The most comfortable flannel I've worn in forever.
They look great on you guys.
Thank
That
you.
sounds like an ad.
It's not an ad, but there also might be a Chubby's ad at this because they sent us products, so maybe that's why.
Yeah, these
Also,
are
why
cool.
did you say they were damp?
Yeah, Will's was.
Listen, I don't want. They send. I'm very
Will's
grateful.
was so
I'm very
wet.
grateful to have received these, and I don't want to sound. I don't think anyone else's will come damp. That being said, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened honestly, because it was in a plastic bag inside another larger plastic package, and it was really damp. But I'm wearing it. It's that good,
Yeah.
and it's drying out now. It feels great. It's kind of like a nice.
I wish I didn't say that because now it sounds like an ad. This is not an ad. I was just saying I like them, but there also might be a Chubby's ad because.
All right,
Can't
just go
imagine
into
they
the
just sent
pitches.
us
All right,
these for
all right.
free.
First pitch is from Anna Christine Darling.
Attaboy AKC,
I think
ACD,
it's a
ACDC.
pitch idea. Hello, Lauren and the Thumbsuckers. What is
The
the
fuck?
what is the worst part?
It cuts back
Of-
to us. We're sucking each other's thumbs.
What is the worst part of driving on a 2-lane highway?
Crashing.
People sit in the left lane and they don't get out of it. They think that they can just sit there and just go the speed limit. If you're not passing someone, get out of the left lane.
She says, having to pull into the opposite lane to pass a car in front of you. This becomes especially difficult if the car in front of you is rather large or the road has lots of curves and hills. This is where the Go drone comes in handy. This is an AI drone that is attached to the roof of your car that you can send out in front of you, and it will send you a signal when it is safe to pass. It could also be used in parking lots to find you a parking space or when you forgot where you parked your car.
Love it.
What?
I said I love it.
Oh.
He said glub it.
Your drone can come get you and take you to your vehicle.
Love it.
I glub it.
I glub it, but here's what I glub about it so much. I will be driving through these parking garages and pull up on like 3 different spots that look open, and then there's a fucking Honda Fit there. They're so small, and it looks like there's a spot there. And then I'll be driving, and I go, there must be a Honda Fit there, and so I drive past it. But by the time I notice there's no car there, I'm already too far away. With this drone, I would know exactly where it is.
I guess it's a well-named car in retrospect.
Yeah.
Can fit in like lots of little.
You know who drives a Honda Fit is our former coworker, Emily Marcus.
That is awesome. I just love these moments on podcasts where we get to share.
I think if you drive a car that is that short, you have to not pull in all the way because I get so
Yep.
excited and I think there's a
Yeah.
spot. Stop pulling in all the way, Honda Fits.
Dude, I remember one time me and Garrett Kelly were driving to Spanish class in high school. I did, not to be a braggart, I went to college Spanish class my senior year of high school.
Do you have to go to like the local community college?
It was College of Charleston.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
sick.
so
Oh.
we would drive, we would leave, we had like a free period where we get to leave and go to
Did you guys ever get like where
CC.
did any kids ever be like party at Ryan's later? And
Not
you were like,
really. I looked so young in high school that I think anyone was like, that would be weird.
Yeah.
I would go over to like Paul Whitaker's dorm after.
You had like boys at CSU?
Yeah, because I was a senior in high school, so the kids who had my friends in the grade above from high school were like
Nice.
freshmen at CSC.
Nice.
But we
You should have like rushed to fraternity.
well, I did do the Model UN at College of Charleston, and I won when I was in high school.
They were like, this fucking kid, just go back to.
Yeah, I think I just tried way harder than anyone. I was Russia, and I was in a thing about climate change, and I was just a fucking terrorist. I was just like denied climate change, shot down all the legislation. It was honestly so much fun to play like a climate denier.
Oh, you have to play the way the country would react.
Yeah, like that's how you
that's
like get
so
rewarded.
funny.
So like it was Russia, and so I just had to be like,
That's kind of awesome that you get to argue a point that you don't actually believe.
yeah, it was so much fun, and then I won because I was everyone in my group hated me, but I won. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like effective. But anyway,
Did you walk around campus at all?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Do you think anyone thought you were in college, or was it like that's clearly like a
I mean, a year later I was in college, so yeah, I'm sure some people thought.
I've seen pictures of you as a freshman in college though, and it's like that's not a college student.
Correct, yeah.
There was a kid that I would eat breakfast with at Rollins that I think went to like a local high school because he wore like a lanyard with his ID card on it, so it was like, and he looked 14.
Yeah.
We would eat breakfast next to each other, but like a couple seats away. And I never got the balls to ask him like, "How old are you?" But I think he was like under 15.
Yeah, I definitely looked like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, the moral of the story was me and Garrett were driving to class because this other kid was also in the class from my high school, and I was trying to park in a parking lot, and I was cutting it really close on like a pole. And I was driving my dad's car. My mirror hit the pole. Have you ever like hit just your mirror on something like slowly?
Closes.
It like crumpled. I went like, ah! I was like, oh my God, I irreparably fucked up that thing. And then the moment I reverse out of it, it just goes like, and like pops. I'm telling you, the car mirrors are designed like so that if the mirror gets hit, it like instantly crumples in a way that looks like devastating. But it can pop. Look up car mirror crumpling. Actually, I've only ever seen this in person, and I was blown away. Maybe this just was a freak accident.
I think
No,
it's like how
No, I think I can picture what you're talking about.
like you see how
It's
like
attached
see how
and
the
then-
no like see how like the glass part is like there's like a layer in between it and the
Yeah.
actual shell. So like the actual outside shell completely like collapsed in. I don't know.
it might be one of those things where like, you know, in theory, like if I hit my hand on a desk, like the atoms could line up and like go through.
Yeah.
Like you hit it in the perfect way that could never be replicated again.
It was unbelievable. Like the glass wasn't cracked at all. There was no sign of any damage. My dad never knew.
I saw a guy the other day. You know that Cybertrucks are bulletproof.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Wait, I shot one and I thought it.
I killed that guy.
Yeah.
Apparently they're bulletproof, and this fucking. I think anyone who owns a Cybertruck, unless you're a playmate and you're listening and you're in your Cybertruck, I think if you own a Cybertruck, you're a dork. And
Yeah.
Dorko mode.
unless you're driving and you're being respectful about it, I just feel like a lot of these guys got it and they were like shooting arrows at it and like shooting it with guns and stuff to be like, this thing's indestructible, whatever. And I've always wanted it to just go wrong. And I watched a video of a guy shoot his Cybertruck and the bullet just went through. And I felt so good about it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Love your pitch. What is it? ACD?
Hannah Christine
AC/DC.
Darling.
What a lovely name.
That is a lovely
Anna
name.
Darling.
Darling.
Darling is a lovely last name.
Yeah.
It's a darling last
Yeah,
name.
you have your friend Philip Darling.
Philip Darling, yeah.
Yeah.
What is it, Tarling?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Dude, the elections tomorrow, and we're shooting this like Wii video of like the Wii Olympics. So the two of us are gonna be playing like the Wii Olympics as
tomorrow
the
night.
election
Fate of
result
our
because
countries.
it's the end of the workday here, which is like polls close at 7 East Coast, which is like most of the big states. So it's like as the big results are rolling in, we're gonna be playing.
It's awesome.
Well, I'll probably
We-
be here.
Why?
Editing this podcast.
Podcast.
I
Anyway,
forgot you do that.
should be fun.
Alrighty.
Who do you think's going to win?
I think it's a total toss up, honestly.
The guy who's
Yeah.
the guy who has accurately guessed it the only one he got wrong was Gore, but he
Okay.
argues that he got it right because
Oh yeah, that's fair.
but he said he thinks Kamala is going to win.
We'll see. There was a big Seltzer poll over the weekend. Jan Seltzer. It's like one of the most respected pollsters ever.
Yeah.
And she's in Iowa, so she usually does the primaries very accurately. She like predicted Obama would win before that was cool. And she predicted, her poll said that Kamala was up 3 points in Iowa, which is insane. If true, Iowa's not even supposed to be on the table.
I always wondered, it always feels like the polls are inaccurate because I feel like people are just embarrassed.
To put them out?
No, to say like who they would
Oh yeah,
and
I mean
then-
that could be true. Yeah,
and then they vote differently.
but I think that's like part of. I think there's like a lot more that goes into polling. Where it's not just like they poll X amount of people, and like there's like a lot of like sampling specific demographics and
Right.
trying to like. I don't know. I don't
You
really
seen those
understand.
new
It's actually
commercials?
fascinating, the whole thing.
Have you seen those new commercials that they've been doing where it's like make the right choice, whatever, and they pick guys that They pick like if you like drew like a cartoon of a Trump guy or like Trump woman, it's like what they would look like, and they go in with their buddy, and their buddy's like, or there's one where it's like a guy going in with his wife, and it seems like they're in a horrible relationship, and he's like, "You gonna make the right choice, honey?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yes, I am, darling," and then she goes in and votes for Kamala.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it's
This
awesome.
is a real ad?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Pull that up, Lauren.
Should I?
Pull it up, Lauren.
What
Look
should
up
I-
like, did you make the right choice, honey? Trump commercial.
Your turn, honey.
In the one place in America where women still have a right to choose. You can vote any way you want. And no one will ever know.
Did you make the right choice?
Sure did, honey. Remember, what happens in the booth stays in the booth. Vote Harris Waltz.
That's funny. Wait, click on this lady. I feel like I know who this is. Yeah, she started Mom's Demand. I've met that. Yeah.
She has more followers than us.
She has more followers than us. Yeah, and and Emerge. Yeah. I worked with her back in my political days.
Oh, wow.
My mom did this as like training for women to run for office. And she never actually ran, but
Nice.
Cool. Okay. Should we do the next pitch?
yeah.
All right. Next pitch is from Chris Olivier. He or she says, "Hey, Lauren in the Freaky Squad. My idea is called Tony the Tailor. Don't you hate finding out that your favorite shirt doesn't fit anymore?
Yeah.
Or that those fire pants you love are just a little too short now?
Fire pants.
In comes Tony the Tailor, a magical mirror of sorts. Tony is a talking mirror with an Italian accent that sits anywhere you want, on your closet door, your bedroom wall, etc. Put on an item of clothing that doesn't fit anymore and stand in front of your mirror. Tony will scan your body with the clothing and will identify the right tailoring measurements for you, all while hyping you up and telling you how rocking these clothes will be once he takes care of them. After the measurements are taken, Tony will find the same item of clothing online with the perfect measurements and have it shipped to your house for a small monthly subscription fee of $20, but the mirror itself costs $500.
I love it. I think it's funny that it's still expensive, even though we get to make it up.
Well, we want to make money off of
That's
this,
true.
right? Isn't our goal to
Yeah.
get the richest guys of all time?
Right. Christopher, I love that.
I'm a big fan.
Here's what I would use it for. I will buy a pair of pants and they fit like a glove, and then I wash them one time and now they are a different pair of pants.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well-
But then I wear them and by the end of the day, they're normal again.
Do you dry your
Have
pants?
you ever seen?
Yeah, my mom said I should start air drying my pants.
I air dry anything that I like care about. Unless
I air drop my pants.
When I was a kid, I used to not want to wash my pants because they would get small again. So it
Yeah.
was like, my mom would be like, "You need to put those in the hamper," and I'd be like, "No, I need to wear them tomorrow. I want them to fit right."
yeah.
Yeah, I washed these once since I got them, but
Some people don't wash their jeans.
I mean, it depends what you're doing. It like if I'm wearing them here for a day, that's not really gonna factor into. Like I did go out.
You got a
in these-
ring on the side.
this
Yeah,
or this thing
yeah.
that was there when I bought them.
Oh,
I bought
oh, you know what? It's probably the dip ring.
like tobacco.
Yeah, like all my dad's jeans when we were kids had like a perfect circle that's worn in them. That looks like a stain, but like
I mean, it might be. I bought them like
Wait,
at,
let me see.
I bought them
Stand
like
up.
at a flea market, and both sides have like a little stain right here.
oh, that's so interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe it was his tin.
I know. I tried to haggle with the guy because of it, and he was like, "No, that's part of why they're $35 or something." You know?
I always kind of want to, like, I like the ring on the thing, so I want to rub, like, I've always contemplated getting, like, sandpaper and, like, rubbing over it, but I feel like that's, like, fake.
What is this ring you're? Oh,
so, like, if
from-
you, like,
of, like,
have,
a
like, a
dip.
tin of dip or, like, your, like,
Oh.
your breakers in your, thing, it'll, like, over time, like, I keep my breakers in my back pocket, and, like, after a day, like, my, like, ass has a ring on it.
Mm.
Let me see. I was kidding. I really just wanted to see your ass. I'm joking.
Should we pitch each other?
I feel like I'm falling flat today.
No, this has been, like, one of the greatest days of my life.
I'm actually having a.
I know, we've had a great day.
I feel like last Monday,
Monday.
my head was in a really weird space.
I thought that was the worst episode of
And
podcasting
then
we've ever released.
People
and it did
liked
well.
it.
Yeah, I wasn't obsessed with it, but
Yeah.
I feel like I'm really excited about this week. I think it's gonna be really fun.
Nice. I like your
I have a
opposite.
softball game tonight.
Nice.
I know.
You have to come. You're
Oh,
coming,
I'll
right?
be there. I'll be
'Cause
there.
Rick
I
can't
might
come
come.
tonight.
Can I
I
come?
know.
Yeah, would you like?
Wait, can you
we
come?
need we need a body.
Sure.
Seriously.
Do we not have enough people?
Well, Rick can't come now, so I'm
Oh.
captain. And I'm just
What time
worried
is it?
that it's going to fall on me if we don't have enough people show up. 7:15.
It's kind of late. Let me think about it. All right.
I got to do a head count after this. I'm taking this very seriously. I want to step up in Rick's absence.
We need to win. We need a dub.
We need a win. We had a
What's your
bad loss last week. I had several errors.
You had several errors?
Yeah, I forgot. I always forget that we haven't talked about these because they're right after we record. So it feels
Yeah.
like so long ago that it happened.
Fielding is hard.
So-
That's the only thing that's I'd be fine batting. I'm just worried that I would get out there and fuck
Actually,
up.
their pitchers were pretty good. I struck out like every
Isn't it
time.
slow pitch?
It is slow
Yeah.
pitch, but they were throwing a lot of strikes, which is like a lot of times like if you just don't swing, you're gonna get on base because it's really hard to throw a strike in slow
Oh,
pitch
interesting.
because you have to land it on. Anyway, last game, Joe P and Matt didn't show up, who are like two guys who have like actually played baseball in high school, I think.
Wait, Teeper?
Yeah,
I didn't even know they had baseball in Canada.
they have one team and he was on it. No, I'm just kidding. They have the Blue Jays.
Oh yeah. Well, I
Um,
mean, yeah.
Anyway, Teeper and Joe were like our only two like actual baseball players. They couldn't come, and so it was kind of like we didn't have our best guys. My brother had played the first week too, and he wasn't here, so we're down to some top end talent. So I was like, you know what?
Are you 1-1?
Oh, and Scott wasn't there either. So we had like four of our most like athletic dudes all weren't there. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna play shortstop because I thought I could hold it down. I started off well. I had a few nice plays. And then I got the yips in like the fifth inning, dude. And I had two errors. One that could have turned a double play, and we ended up giving up like 15 runs that inning or something.
Jesus.
So it was like I should have just fucking
Wait, are you 1-1?
yeah, we're 1-1. I'm just bummed. I was very disappointed in my it was a chance to step up. And
Was
I
it your
didn't do
fault that you lost?
No, I mean I don't think anyone would think that. It was just given that we didn't have our best players, I felt like a need to step up.
Yeah.
And I was also making mistakes. So then it was just everyone was kind of
Yeah.
hapless. It was just a bad. I need to be better, and I
Yeah.
will. Lauren had a play.
I have a good feeling about tonight.
I'm
Who's
optimistic.
are there like bad players on the team?
On our team?
Who's bad on our team?
I'm not going to say names, but there's definitely people like who haven't really played baseball before.
Oh, okay, that might go then.
What?
Mm.
Lauren,
I
you
think
bad?
I think we're all good.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm like a good player. I'm just saying there's
I'm
people that have like I've like played baseball growing up a
know,
little
I know.
bit, and like,
Yeah.
but then there's people that are just like not that good at it.
Do you wear cleats?
No, I should. That was one of my big
Everyone
faux
should be
pas.
wearing cleats.
Because I fucking this was my biggest, probably my dumbest mistake I made that game. Two of the fielding errors were like hard hit balls, like whatever. But I was on first, and it was a ground ball to short, and so I'm running to second, thinking it's gonna be a close double play. So I'm like hustling. I didn't want to like slide on the like, I don't know, to like fuck. I don't know. I guess I should have slid, but I just tried to run really hard through the bag, thinking that. They wouldn't get me, and then they throw it to... Anyway, I ran too hard, and they didn't even throw it to second. They just threw it straight to first. So then I just completely overran the base, and then I was in, like, no man's land and tried to go to third. It was just a bad base running move. All right, elephant in the room. We've had the coolest shirts this pod that we've ever had.
Agreed.
You're still wearing yours today.
It's been a day later, and I just couldn't get myself to wear anything else.
I
So-
almost wore mine again as well. Guys, it's outerwear season. All right, we've turned that corner into fall, and Chubby's has certified winterproof jackets, vests, sweatshirts, quarter zips, full zips, flannels, bingo, and a freaking full body puffer jacket. All right, you heard that right. Are you spending the holidays with your new partner's family and want to make a good impression? Well, you can make a great first impression with Chubby. Seriously, holiday parties, games of football out in the street with your cousins, big turkey dinners,
Yes. Nailed that.
winter sports events, winter drinks, apple cider, whatever it is you're doing this winter, do it with Chubby's. Chubby's is also a fantastic gift for someone else. If you're stumped on what to get them, for a limited time, Chubby's is giving our listeners 20% off your order with exclusive code PLAYDATE at chubbysshorts.com.
I will say I got my hands on this flannel just over 24 hours ago, and I've only taken it off to shower. I watched some football in it yesterday. I ate dinner in it.
Nice.
I am not ashamed to admit that I may have fallen asleep in it. It's very, very comfortable. It's stylish. People are commenting on it. What I like Sometimes with a flannel, for me, I like the way it feels, but I feel boxed in. There's no stretch. This has some give. I'm kind of more wearing it as an overshirt than anything, maybe a coat. And I wore it to get coffee. People are staring at me. They're going, that guy looks good.
Yep.
I want to dress like that guy. Get yourself a Chubby's flannel or puffer jacket, whatever you like. This is just the first thing I got my hands on. I'm hoping we're getting a new care package here soon. Guys, check out their website for the best deals of the year. For a limited time, our friends at Chubby's are giving our listeners 20% off with the promo code PLAYDATE at checkout at chubbysshorts.com. That's 20% off your order with the promo code PLAYDATE. Support our show and tell them that we sent you. This holiday season, gift yourself and your loved ones some Chubbies. Let's get back into the episode.
Wait, all right, we're back. Lauren had it. Wait, 1 second, Willie. We're back. Lauren had a small technical difficulty, but while she was away, Will found a great soundboard, and Will play the Russian one for him.
Mina mina na mina na mina 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 na mina na mina 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 mina.
I'm fucking cooking. All right, we'll switch the seats for a second.
Will, pitch me.
All right, here's what I'm thinking. Ready? I think I texted you about this the other day, so don't let it ruin it. But commercials for hanging out. Think about it. It's a way for you, if you're having people over and you want to make some extra money, it's a service you can sign up for where an ad plays every 30 minutes or something, and you can get hundreds of dollars.
Right.
And it helps offset the cost. Like, you're like, hey, I'll host the pregame, I'll buy all the alcohol, take care of everything.
But we have ads.
But there are going to be ads.
Yeah.
And people just go in knowing that. And then it's like every 30 minutes, you just stand and you watch it. Everyone has to watch it on the TV. Or maybe they send a guy out and he kind of like gives you a quick pitch every 30. And
I think what could be great about that is sometimes you're stuck in a brutal conversation with someone.
Yep.
And if there's a commercial break,
Me every Monday.
you can just be like, all right, I'll see you after the commercial break, and you can go get snacks or something.
100%.
You switch back. Everyone switch back now.
What? You don't like sitting next to me?
I do. It's throwing me
Wait.
off, though. All right, should we do Teach Me Something or This Guy Rocks?
You want
Bye.
me to, you want me to sit over there now?
Sure. Sit over there. Sit over there.
See ya.
Should we do you guys want to do Teach Me Something or This Guy Rocks?
What do you guys want to do? That's my Lauren impression.
Yay. All right, let's do This Guy Rocks.
Yeah.
Yay. All right.
I forgot to book
Lauren, am I
mine.
rubbing it to podcast iMac? I don't really remember what this is. I put it in like a week ago.
I know, I'm trying to... Oh,
About a week ago.
Fuck with us and then we tweak it.
Oh!
Let's take a gander at this here, Will.
I'm ready.
Whoa, pause it.
All right.
Are you guys familiar with like the British horse races?
No.
That is insane that is what your Sky Rocks is. Because that is what my Teach Me Something is about.
Actually?
British horse races. Not even
crazy.
kidding.
Okay.
But yes.
So these like very posh British schoolboys and girls go to the races like every weekend, and it seems to be like a great time.
Hang, yeah.
Great hang. They are some of the most absurd characters
Okay.
I've ever seen. They all seem to be unbelievably affluent, and
Okay.
they have very, very like posh voices, and they're all getting fucked up, and they're all like this might not be a great example of it, but I've seen different videos in the past. They all seem to be just ready to jump each other's bones at the drop of a hat.
Hit me.
Let's see this one.
Green flag at the races.
Ginger girls in tweed with nice green eyes.
Is there anyone here that you spotted that gives you that vibe? What uni are you from? Plymouth, Exeter?
Exeter.
And what year are you in Exeter?
I'm first year.
And so what halls are you in?
I'm in Duriard.
And how did you find out? Is that a bit far?
It's quite far away, yeah.
Oh, excuse me, sorry. We've been looking actually for someone with your hair and your eyes. You're a gorgeous girl. How do you feel about this man here? Stunning. Stunning. Oh, stunning. Which uni are you at? Exeter. Which year are you in? Second. So how would you...
I do not like her accent.
I'm entitled.
You kind of get the gist.
Yeah. This is
But it
sounds like we should go to that.
I
think
know.
We feel like kings of the castle
it
there.
sounds it looks like so much fun, and I want to go check it out, and
I
I
think we
just
should do it.
love They all seem to be ready to jump each other's bones at any moment.
Jump each other's bones. What does that mean? Like attack?
Like have crazy monkey sex.
Oh, crazy monkey sex. Yeah.
But like their voices are funny. They're all dressed to the nines.
Yep. I agree.
love their accent.
Daddy's cards in the purse.
100%.
We're ready to lose some money on some horses. We're ready to probably do some drugs.
Yeah, I don't. So what's the take on which guy rocks in this scenario?
So I actually hadn't watched this one yet. I kind of panicked and I changed mine last moment, but I just love all these people.
I know. I do find this a fascinating environment.
Yes. Maybe wait, skip. Just let's hear more from this girl, actually.
Singer, shall we find you someone? What would your green flag be in the races for boy? What's my green flag? I don't know. Man, not your green. So tall brunette man. Let's find him. We'll find him. What kind of outfit would you want them in? They all look the same today, don't they? No, you're not wrong, to be fair. I mean, what's your...
Like, just like every person they cut, you can pause it here. Every person they cut to has more layers and more tweed and more Barber jackets on than the previous guy.
You know what I watch is like, you know, there's like, I've been watching Peaky and they have these like really nice fits and then they have like a little metal thing that kind of just
you know what that is?
No.
Their pocket watch is on the end of that chain.
Beautiful.
So they pull it out and they have the time on it.
Love that.
And then they pop it right back in.
Need to bring that back.
Isn't that awesome?
Love that. Every part of it.
I just love these kids. They all have mullets.
I do like
They're
them
all
as well.
so fucking British.
Yeah.
Every school they go to sounds like it's out of Harry Potter.
Yeah, are they college students that first year? I mean, like freshmen in college?
I don't think it's even the same. I think it would be like comparing apples and oranges. Like, I think there's a third.
Whoa, there's saying that doesn't exist.
That exists.
Comparing apples and oranges?
Yeah. Very, very popular saying.
Not a saying.
Apples to oranges.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Those are completely different things.
But like, from what I've gathered, I think they're in like a third type of school, like in between what we would consider prep school or high school,
more sinister,
and a third more sinister level of schooling, where I think they go from ages 18 to 45. It seems
interesting,
and then they go to college or uni, as they call it.
Well, that's what in Spain it was like.
Yay.
Yeah, after sophomore year, you then will go to a new thing.
So I think they're at college.
Yeah,
and then they go to uni after.
No, they're talking about university.
Okay, well then they were in college before that.
Are you sure?
I believe so.
I thought college is just like a subset of a university.
That's where these people were saying
so they're
they
at
go.
University of Exeter, but I think before that they're at college.
Interesting.
Or primary school or something.
Primary school is like
okay. Then they're at secondary school.
That's like high school.
Secondary school.
Okay, then they're I don't know. They're somewhere. They're fucking somewhere.
All right,
and they're all doing drugs.
Podcast IMAC.
Yeah, I wish I was British.
Or
British.
Might be in a little bit.
Oh.
So this is a friend of mine from college.
Well done, Willie.
Can you describe for our audio
It's
listeners?
a massive cow playing the guitar. All right, ready?
Yep.
Wow, he is really good. Lauren liked to comment.
That's a good comment.
Yeah.
All right,
That's pretty cool, right?
I
love it.
Love it.
Can I teach you something?
Teach
me
something.
We need a sponsor for Teach Me Something.
Yeah, this is brought to you by like some sort of like textbook company.
No, it's brought to you by Webster.
Daniel?
No, what's the textbook company called? Harris Phillips? No.
No, I think that's President.
This is
all right. Oh, I never got to do my pitch.
I thought you didn't have one today.
No, I do.
Wait,
I wrote one down in between.
Why don't you do it at the end for a secret?
No, do it now.
Closer.
This is the argument builder. I feel like sometimes
Wait, you did pitch this.
I already pitched this?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, you did.
The argument builder. Oh, yeah, you did.
Literally, like, right before
we were having
There's a point you're trying to make, and then it finds historical evidence to back up your argument, and then, like, shows you a list of people that agree with you in your life.
You did this today?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Teach me something.
You didn't do it. We gaslit you.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I winked at Lauren.
Okay, this is the argument builder. You would plug in the argument you're trying to make. I feel like oftentimes I am pretty convinced I'm right, but like I just am not smart enough to tell you why I'm right. You know what I mean?
Agreed, yeah.
So this would give me like historical evidence that backs up what I'm saying. It would also give me like a list of people that I could call on to be like, fucking Lauren agrees with me.
Yep.
And then she would be in on it.
There's nothing worse than being an argument and being like, you read it somewhere, but then you can't find it.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right. You guys want to know my teach me something?
Teach me something.
Chariots, like old Roman chariots, influenced the size and shape of the first space shuttle. Isn't that interesting?
Really?
I'll tell you why. I can't remember who wrote this on Reddit, but thank you for this. The Romans built roads like all over Europe, right? And the roads were built for chariots. So they would make these like tracks that the chariots like could be pulled in, whatever.
Yeah.
They were pulled by two horses side by side. European carriages were built the same width to take advantage of like the pre-existing ruts that were made for chariots, right? When trains were invented, the tracks were of similar width to take advantage of the existing carriage parts. Train tracks in America were made the same. When cars were invented, the width was similar to take advantage of road/railroad parts, and then tunnels were dug in mountains to accommodate existing cars and trains.
Yep.
Right? The space shuttle needed to move through an existing tunnel to get to the launch pad, so it had to be redesigned to fit. Thus, the space shuttle was influenced by the design of Roman chariots.
That's pretty fun.
Isn't that interesting?
Like butterfly effect kind of thing.
A little
That's
bit.
Awesome.
Wow.
I love that.
I also saw when this one was way lengthier, but apparently world like Franz Ferdinand getting shot in the head can be directly traced to the creation of hentai.
Interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
What?
It was. I think the short explanation for it. There was like a much lengthier
Yeah.
cause and effect, but the short explanation was like if he didn't get shot, World War I wouldn't have happened. Which means World War II wouldn't have happened, and then Japanese people wouldn't have like been Americanized by like being brought here, and then somehow somewhere in there hentai came up.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I was seeing a funny, it was like a Shane Gillis pod clip, and they were just like laughing about the like Tony Hinchcliffe thing.
Yeah,
And how like imagine if like that ends up affecting the outcome of the election, and then some like Kamala getting elected actually does cause World War III.
Yep.
And then that's
all
like
because he made
the Franz Ferdinand is traced back to like
yeah.
comedian Tony Hinchcliffe.
Did you think that joke was funny?
I mean, not really in that environment, at least. I don't know.
Agreed. Apparently, Joe Rogan said that every time he tells that joke on stage, Joe Rogan tells him like that's the joke that's going to get you stabbed, and then it ended up being like the most trouble he's gotten in was that joke.
Yeah, I can't honestly like. I've never loved that guy. It's very like shock comedy.
I just am scared.
Totally
I'm
funny.
just scared of him. Like I have nothing. I think he's funny. I have nothing against him at all. I wouldn't want to be in front of him because I feel like he would bully me.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah, Yeah, I mean, he had some funny ones at the Tom Brady one, but
Agreed.
There's just a little fly.
That show also scares me, or not scares me. That show also makes me like uneasy because I think anytime people are getting like putting themselves out there and then in front of guys who their job is to like take you down when you're doing bad, like that makes me sad.
I know.
I agree.
Same.
Yeah. Okay. What were we talking about?
Teach me something.
Oh, teach me something. Yes. All right. So this is somehow also about British horse racing.
Okay.
So I was watching an episode of Peaky Blinders, and they like referenced Tommy Shelby referenced some like suffragette or something, and I like Googled her. Anyway, so there was this lady,
suffragette.
like someone who fights for women's voting, like in the early 1900s.
Why'd they name it women's suffrage?
Suffrage is the right to vote.
No, I know, but I'm saying like, what a horrible word for that.
Yeah, it just sounds like suffering.
Yeah, like I'm for women's suffrage.
Yeah. Agreed. Suffrage is a really weird word.
Yeah.
I wonder what the like roots. I would love to talk to like a linguist about that. My
Continue.
buddy Griffin is a linguist. Maybe we should ask him.
Our buddy Griffin?
My buddy Griffin. I'm gonna call Griffin.
What is he doing? What's up, man?
Griff, what's going on?
Dude, nothing much. I'm in Chicago. What's up with your bad stuff?
Hell yeah. Well, hey, I had a question for you. Not to put you on the spot here, but I'm on the podcast right now, and we're talking about a word and I was like, I feel like I know. I want to phone a friend here because I feel like I know someone who might be able to help. All right, here's a question. Suffrage is a really weird word for what it means, no? Like, is there some root of suffrage that's tied to, like, suffering? Or is that completely independent?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. So I can just for what it's worth, I don't just know it off the top of my head, but my go-to is Wiktionary. So I'm gonna dive into that for you right now. I feel like I'm like in one of those action movies right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Like in the Criminal Minds, like. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it's exactly Criminal Minds. So interestingly enough, so it's not necessarily related to the word suffrage, but it's actually it's a word of Latin origin. It comes from the Latin word suffrago, which is literally to vote for or to support. So that makes sense, right?
Okay.
It's like it's always meant voting, but why does it look like suffrage? People don't really know where the Latin word suffrago comes from. Like that's the last one we know. There's a theory that actually comes from a Proto-Indo-European. So that's like as far back as we could possibly go. There's an idea. I'm not going to say this is a fact, but it's a very interesting idea that it comes from the root word for to break. So that would give us frango in Latin. And the reason that would be, so it'd be like to cause an uproar, to crash, to break, shatter, crash, like in a protest or to make your voice heard, right?
Okay.
So that's about as specific as it can get. But I like that theory a lot because it'd be kind of interesting if suffrage literally comes from like just kind of tearing shit up. You know what I mean?
We were kind of saying like women's suffrage is a good thing, but it sounds like to the untrained mind kind of not great.
No, it is not. Maybe not the best word choice. Honestly, I wonder if we'll maybe phase that out. But yeah, it's a strange one for sure.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for the help here. This has been very helpful. I'll have to give you another call again soon and chat more. But I'll hopefully see you soon.
Absolutely, man. I'll catch you on the flip side. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, take care. Bye.
That sounds awesome.
Aww.
They're the best.
Awesome. All
right, back into the episode.
right. Should we do? Wait, what was your teach me something?
Oh yeah, it was about the 1913 Derby, which was the Epsom Derby, is like the biggest horse race in England. They do it every year. They've been doing it like fucking forever. And 1913 Epsom. Okay, so this lady, her name is Emily Davison, who is a suffragette. So she was a big advocate for women's voting rights.
It's crazy how quickly we got off topic just based off that word.
I know.
That was the word that put us into a tail.
Sent us into orbit. Yeah. During the 1913 Derby, Emily Davison, as a large-scale act of protest, runs onto the race course and like runs straight in front of King George's horse and gets trampled to death in the middle of the Derby.
Was that the goal, or do you think it was like to just get smoked?
I don't know what the goal. There's been speculation that maybe she was trying to like pin a like women's suffrage like pin on him or something, or maybe she just wanted to get her shit rocked. I don't know if she knew she was going to die, but she had to have assumed there was some possible risk. But yeah, anyway,
how long after that did they get the right to vote?
That's a good question.
Lauren?
It was
granted in
Think about lipstick.
1918
different
and
shades.
1928. I don't know how that. Okay, yeah, there we go. Oh, at first they only let women over 30 in 1918, and then
Good.
and then they made it on par with men in 28.
Good.
So not too much after. Anyway, I just thought there was that's like. I always think that these like extreme forms of protests are very fascinating. Like these people who like light themselves on fire and shit.
There's nothing I care about enough to even raise a finger.
But I think in this context too, though, like it is interesting. Like now with like the internet, it's like very much. It can be easier to like get your eyes in front of that many people. But like if she wanted to make a statement to the king back then, you had to do it at a setting that the king was like at or directly involved with.
Yeah,
and so. There were 500,000 people there, including the king and queen.
I don't understand the monarchy. I don't understand why anyone there thinks it's a good thing. It doesn't make any. I understand it's like the whole thought was like we're like a model for people to like look at as like the perfect family.
Yeah,
doesn't feel like it should still be around. They're also like I can't speak on the ones that are still alive. I feel like as families go, one of the worst families, the British one,
at least one of the worst families that's ever existed. And people are like, a lot of like Englishmen. What are they called? Englishmen, Britons. But Brits include like Scottish people, and I feel like they hate them as well. A lot of Brits like love them.
Yeah, I don't really get it. Even like my mom like loved like Diana
It's
and
bizarre.
stuff, which I guess like she was cool.
She was,
but I don't
cool.
get it
She also
as a whole.
She also stole he was dating her sister before her.
Whomst?
Charles. Dating her sister, and she was like 12, and she met him when he was like 18.
I think I did know that.
And was obsessed with him, and like made it her mission at like 12 to marry him. Pulled it off, but like it doesn't. When they're like save the queen, like God save the queen. I would be like, why do we have a queen?
Yeah, well, he didn't do his job last year. God did not save the queen. She died. The queen died.
Yes.
This is how Rusty finds out the queen died.
What? I always just thought that was bizarre.
I agree. I think the whole thing's very strange. I mean, I get like the old, I guess in like the olden times though, there wasn't as much like group consensus, like the ability to like communicate so widely with other people. So it was just like kind of the way that it was, and you didn't have enough power to mobilize enough support to change that.
Wouldn't you even like to yourself be like, fuck those guys?
Yeah.
I think maybe we might be biased, but I
mean, there's a reason I'm American. I chose to live here because we're a free country.
Oh, I more meant like Irish heritage.
Oh yeah,
like
yeah, they starved my people. So
yeah, our people.
They starved our people. You know about that, Lauren? They starved our fucking people.
Is that insane?
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy that they starved our people?
No, I meant like how it happened. Like it was so It wasn't like something bad.
I feel like
They had the ability to stop stealing the Irish food, and they only left us potatoes. And then when the potato famine hit, like 2/3 of people in Ireland died.
Yeah.
Insanity. Sorry, that got kind of dark.
Are you sorry, Lauren?
Mm-hmm.
Your people did that to us?
Mm-hmm.
Are you British?
No, I'm Irish.
Oh, what the hell? They starved your people too?
I got
Like
banned from I think I've told the story a million times, but I got banned because I was not educated on the potato famine.
Yep.
I was talking to an old man at Fiddler's Green, which was our local Irish pub. Did not know he owned the bar. He was very, very Irish, and I made a comment kind of jokingly about the potato famine. I also didn't know how bad it was. I thought like they just had a bad year and people were pissed. I didn't realize like, millions of people died. I thought it was just like a funny, I don't know. I just knew the potato famine. Made a joke about the potato famine, did not land. He said he can't come back for 30 days.
Did you honor it?
Yeah.
Respect.
What was funny is he was never there.
Yeah.
And he didn't tell any of the bouncers.
You come back on the 29th day. Mm-hmm. Nice fucking try, another 30.
All right, guys, let me introduce you to something that's going to change the way you think about wallets. Meet Exter. They're cool, they're sleek, they're trackable. This is my favorite feature. Will, ask me to pay for something real quick.
Pay for something real quick?
Oh, yeah, 1 second. Let me just pull my cards out. Bink.
Oh,
Ayo!
It's like a superhero like shooting a web.
With my old wallet, the problem was like if my card was behind my other card, I would panic and I wouldn't be able to get it out in time, and I look like a doofus.
We had our company credit card on Friday with us.
Yep.
Monday's like, hey, can I get the card back? And I'm like fumbling through. I'm like, like if I had lost that card, I think I would be fired.
You can see every single card you have. They stack so you know which ones. It's got a little cash holder right here. They're trackable so you can never lose it. Will lose his wallet all the time. Not anymore.
Nope. Extra has completely resolved that issue in my life.
Right now, you can get up to 25% off on Extra's website. And if you use our special code PLAYDATE, you'll snag an additional 5% off. I'm not a math guy, but Will, that sounds like 30% off on your next Extra wallet. But it's not just about the tech. Extra wallets come with all sorts of cool add-ons, from sleek card holders to handy key organizers. It's the perfect combination of form, function, and innovation. And let me tell you, style too.
Amen.
Will, what's your favorite product?
I mean, I'm a big fan of that wallet. I just got one myself that I'm starting to use. Couldn't be more of a fan. I also loved, for a while, I had that card that's just like a trackable card that you can put in your wallet if you don't have an Extra wallet, which is lame. But if that is where you're operating, it makes your any wallet trackable, and it fits right in your card slot.
Right now, you can get up to 25% off on Extra's website with any purchase. And if you use our special code PLAYDATE, you're going to snag an additional 5% off. That's code PLAYDATE at checkout to get up to 30% off your next Extra wallet. Let's get back into the episode. Can I show you one more thing for This Guy Rocks?
Yeah.
Lauren, I'm texting it to you. This is a band called Riffwood,
Okay.
and they're like high school kids.
Oh, I
popular.
saw this. So
These
good.
kids are fantastic.
Unreal.
This song, I hope they're releasing it soon, but this song is one of it actually, like, maybe I'm just caught up because it's like recency bias.
Yeah.
One of the best snippets of a song I've ever heard in my entire
I agree. I thought this was fantastic.
All right.
It's like totally my type of music
Yeah.
too.
Give this a listen.
The comments are saying it's like Green Day meets the Beatles, which
Yeah.
I think is perfect.
The kid in the back makes me so happy. Or they both do, but that kid's facial expression. What a fantastic... Like, those kids are
Aw.
surely going to be, like,
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
stars,
How
right?
Yeah.
cute.
That was fantastic.
I hope they release an acoustic version because they released it with electric guitar, and it was still fantastic, but I liked...
Yeah, I agree.
This
The
one
harmonies
better.
are beautiful there.
Sometimes I've noticed this with... You remember, like, Kodak released, like, ZZ? Like, this... Like,
No.
sometimes when a snippet goes viral, it almost fucks you.
Yeah, because then
Because
you're,
it
like,
doesn't...
disappointed by the rest.
It's not going to sound... Or it's like, it just doesn't sound the same as it did that one day.
100%.
So I hope these boys don't fall victim to that. But Riffwood, love ya. Should we do taxes that don't exist? Things white people like to say, or sayings that do exist, which is probably the dumbest idea we've ever had.
No, this is not. This is the best idea we've ever had.
Right.
Let's start with, you want to do sayings that do exist?
Sure.
All right, these are sayings that do exist. The early bird catches the worm.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
The grass is always greener on the other side.
Don't cry over spilled milk.
Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Better late than never.
A picture is worth 1,000 words.
What goes around comes around.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
Cut me some slack.
I don't get it.
These are sayings that do exist.
I know.
I think those are all mine.
Yeah, that's all mine too. All right, that's pretty good.
Those are sayings that do exist.
Right.
Oh, okay. And now this is one we're also going to do. These are bird noises that don't exist. Wow, wow, wow.
All right.
What?
All right.
Wahoo!
the All right. Those were bird noises that don't exist.
That might be my favorite segment yet.
Thank
All
you.
right. Will, we're both white.
Yeah, I am.
What are
recently?
What are some things that white people like to say?
Well, would you look at that?
After a line accumulates, white people like to say, "Looks like we got here at the right time."
That's good. Hey, if you can't beat them, join them.
Here comes trouble.
Color me impressed.
Ayo.
Grow up and move out of the house.
Any fun weekend plans?
Get a fucking job and stop living in your parents' house.
After a big rain, white people like to say, "The plants needed this."
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, grow up. This is embarrassing. You got to move out of the house, man. You can't just live with your parents at 25.
After handing when you're handing a empty plate back to the waitress, saying, "I did not like that at all."
Who's a member of the Clean Plate Club?
There he is.
Get a load of this guy.
Calling their college their alma mater.
Love that. What does that mean?
It's Latin. I don't remember though. It's
Okay.
I think it's like I went here.
Uh,
Oh no. Actually, I know the serious answer. Mater is mother, and it's like you would call your. It's something to do with mother, like you're calling your college your mother. Let's look it up.
Alma means spirit,
Yeah,
right?
fostering mother.
Mm.
I learned that in Latin. You win some, you lose some.
Looks like he barked up the wrong tree.
Oh, if I got fries for the table, would you guys have some?
That's a really good one.
Oh, what's up, Beast?
What's up, Beast? Yeah. We didn't even talk about my big beef.
What is it?
With JT?
Oh, yeah. Lauren, do you know about this?
Mhm.
It's pretty...
Tell the people about it. I think you should answer the call.
I had JT Parr, who's a really funny comedian.
And a friend of him.
And a friend that I've gotten to know him recently, but someone I've been watching his stuff up for a long time. So very cool that we got to like go on their pod and stuff. And then he came on my show, which is also very cool. And he's running
very
for...
cool is my show.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's running for Burbank City Council. And we were trying to come up with like a way to like prank him. And we thought like, we do like pranks on my show. We thought kind of something around his city council race. Evidently, we took it too far. I really honestly didn't think it was in bad taste until I saw how he reacted, and I felt very bad about it. But
So
basically,
explain, yeah.
yeah, we had one of his actual opponents for the city council race. We emailed, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll come and debate." And so in the middle of this interview that he didn't, without him knowing that it was going to happen, we brought out his opponent and staged like a debate right on the show.
Which, for the record, I thought it was going to be like silly questions. You just asked a legit question.
100%. They were all serious questions. Yeah.
What was that thought process?
The thought process was like...
I think that's what might have set him off.
No, he was pissed before he even heard any of the questions.
Oh, interesting.
It was... and she didn't know... She wasn't prepped on the question.
I think he thought that...
No, we told
she
him.
had an
He knew
upper
that
hand.
too.
Interesting.
He just... But, no, the idea was like the funniest possible thing to do would be to not make it a joke at all. Also, we didn't... That's kind of it's a funny thing because ironically this is kind of what has gotten us in hot water, but we didn't want to make fun of, like, he's actually running for office and takes it very seriously and is very well spoken on the issues. So I kind of wanted to highlight that, I thought. But he was he did not receive the setup, as he called it, very well. Was pretty upset. It was pretty awkward, honestly. I've never experienced anything like that in my life because it's like, well, we just had to go through with the rest of the episode.
How early into the episode was it?
It was like one of the first things. I mean, he crushed it too. Like, I didn't think it, and immediately after too, I was like, dude, we don't have to air any of that. Like, did not realize it was gonna be taken that way. I felt very bad. I texted him after, apologized, but then I texted him to apologize, and he was like, I didn't appreciate it. I'm gonna get you back or something. And I was like, okay, like,
what do you think he's gonna do to you?
So he puts out a pod clip and he like calls me out and he challenges me to a debate and is basically
Which
like,
I think you should take.
But he's like,
come, don't.
Because I don't want to, like, I don't want any. I like feel really bad about what happened. I don't want to like perpetuate any.
But I think this maybe would set it even because.
But I don't know why we're debating. We agree on a lot of the issues. I think he just.
Well, I think I listened to his pod club. He said he'd do any side.
Yeah, so I don't get. I don't see who wants that or who that helps or why that would be like a good.
I would watch it privately.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the people who want to see it are just people who know both of us.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's like a wider audience for that, and I really don't want to like perpetuate any. Like, I feel bad about the whole thing, and really just want to kind of move on. And anyway, I don't know. He challenged me to a debate very publicly, but like also in the clip, he's like kind of trashing me for like. Saying like I don't know the issues and like, but in all of his like points he's referencing are like a 3-minute conversation we had privately in a car ride once.
I thought
where I was like not really like I was just
He said Will. He asked you like what you feel strongly about, and you said
I said healthcare,
and then he asked you why, and you said that you had a teacher that said it was important,
which is not true. Like that's something that was like 2 things in our conversation that he like put together.
Interesting.
Because he asked the issue that I care about. I said healthcare, and then he said, "Who do you read on healthcare?" I guess I don't really have like an answer to like what specific person I read on healthcare,
right?
But I don't think that's a prerequisite for having an opinion on healthcare. And then I just said one of the most influential people in my life has been this professor I had in college, who's a super famous political scientist and historian that has the most subscribed newsletter in the U.S. Yeah. Like, this isn't just like a random person.
Credible.
Heather Cox Richardson, look her up. Like, she's doesn't matter. Point being, I felt like it was a little unfair to like put me on blast and like accuse me of things based on like a 2-minute conversation we had.
Right.
So I was like, kind of rubbed the wrong way, but I guess I deserved it.
I mean,
Set
he
him up.
was trying to rattle you, and that I feel like it worked.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah. He
I
got.
think I have a solution.
Yeah.
I think I have a solution. Me and Chad debate.
Well, Chad and Strider are like his two compadres.
Yeah.
Are coming here for a shoot tomorrow. So I am also back in my mind like, are they going to try to pull some shit?
That
on
would be
me
a Skylar move too.
tomorrow. Yeah.
Skylar's been trying to stir the pot.
Yeah, which is really annoying. That shit drives me crazy. I don't know. The whole thing is very strange. I do not want to have beef with anyone, and
Yeah.
I respect him very much as a comedian. I feel very bad that it happened. So
Yeah.
I hope we can.
Well, I
move
wouldn't
on.
genuinely be worried about your relationship. Like
I think he was.
It's all-
I think he was genuinely very upset.
but there's no way he's holding that against you still now.
I don't know.
I think he is. That's what I worry about.
Interesting. I don't know. I didn't realize it was that serious.
It was very, very like. I don't think anyone, unless you were in the room when it happened, like it's kind of hard to understand. It was a seismic energy shift that was very uncomfortable for everyone involved. And yeah, I mean, also like the episode's not even coming out before the election, so it's not like it's going to have any effect on the outcome of his
Right.
city council election. I don't know.
All right, should we do taxes that don't exist?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, these are taxes that don't exist.
Okay. The flush tax rewards peeing and pooping at the same time. Got to chip in a little for every flush.
Right. I think you should get a tax break per time you text your mom.
Okay.
So it incentivizes keeping her in the loop and being like a good son.
Here's what I got. I think there should be a text on texting. I think there should be a tax on texting. Because remember, like the olden days where it was like you only had like X amount of texts
Minutes.
or something,
Yeah, you don't need
minutes.
minutes.
I feel like that was such a good like plausible. Like if you didn't hear back from someone, you just be like,
He's out of minutes.
he's out of texts or minutes or whatever. And like I kind of want like I feel like I'm bad at responding to text, so I would like to be like, sorry, dude, I was trying to save $1.
It also makes people put it in one paragraph instead of. I don't like when people go.
Oh,
bing,
that's
bing,
kinda my
bing,
MO,
bing.
though.
I do that too, but I don't
Yeah.
want to be that guy.
We can tighten things up.
Yep.
Agreed.
The pants cuff tax.
PC.
You get taxed per time you cuff your pants, so it incentivizes people to wear their pants like adults.
Agreed.
And for the record, I'm a person that cuffs my pants, and I'm trying to be better about that.
Yep. Hanging out tax. I think that there should be a tax on hanging out, which makes you a little bit more deliberate and thoughtful about the social situations you put yourself in.
Right.
It's not a big tax, just something to make you be a little bit more mindful. Because sometimes you're hanging out with people, you're like, why am I hanging out with these people?
The hot boyfriend tax. We tax girls who have hot boyfriends. Incentivize
Lauren,
people,
you're getting taxed.
incentivizes people to give normal guys a chance.
Love that. Love that.
Also gets back at people that rejected you.
Bug tax. It's a tax by bugs for bugs, and it keeps ants out of your house.
Okay, I like it. Being part of a run club tax.
Yep.
I'm sick of fucking hearing about it. Too many people in these run clubs. You're taking up the whole road.
Like that.
If you're in a run club, you get taxed $500,000.
French tax. I don't like French words like hors d'oeuvres and je ne sais quoi and shit like that. $100 every time you say one. Straight to the federal government, and they're going to misuse it and send most of it to the military.
Good. Well, it also makes restaurants who put them on the menu have to put it in English, so I don't have to point at the menu and say I want this instead of saying I want
Don't
foie gras.
even get me started on foie gras.
Uh,
Lord foie gras from Shrek?
I don't even know what it is.
Oh.
The snap score text. Too many adults. Too many adults.
Text again.
Oh, too many. The snap score tax.
Yep, I like this.
Too many adults still Snapchatting, including myself. I think we need to put it down. We need to go back to texting or calling or something. You get taxed per 1,000 points. Your snap score goes up.
Big fan of this one.
Thank you. Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. These are sayings that kind of exist. No, I'm just joking.
An early bird gets the bird. I think that's it.
Okay. Whose personality are you guys stealing?
I'm going to Austin, Texas.
Nice.
Yeehaw.
So I'm going to steal Matthew McConaughey's.
Nice.
Nice shot.
Lauren?
Oh, well, I gotta think you go. Oh, I know. I'm going to our friend Caitlin's birthday party this weekend, and she's having a little like early 2000s party. Oh, So,
Our friend Caitlin?
yeah.
Oh, our invitation must have gotten lost in the mail.
Maybe I
I guess
shouldn't.
maybe because we just dress like babies. Wait,
No.
you're gonna have to dress like a baby too. You're our age.
No, I'm actually
Lauren shows
dressing
up
as.
topless and in a diaper.
I'm
They're like,
dressing.
Whoa!
I'm dressing up as Karen from Mean Girls because it's like an early 2000s.
Wait,
Oh, nice.
Caitlin's having.
Caitlin's
Wait,
having
wait.
a party, and
Caitlin's
said all of our friends are invited, and we're not.
Caitlin's having a birthday party, and it's the same Caitlin that we are friends with.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Okay.
Pretend I didn't say any of that.
Okay, my answer, and then we're done. Is I'm gonna go any guy from Seattle. I'm trying to wear more layers and more flannel.
Love that.
All right, we love you guys.
Episode 63 is
No, 62.
62. We never
Wait.
did a thing.
62. George Clooney.
Oh, 63.
Damn.
All right, well, we're ready for next week.
Closing up.
All right, show me Chris Pronger. Come on, he was number. Or Dan, who's number 62? Yeah. Oh, he's
number
44. You always put H. Brandon Montour.
There we
Press
go.
for the Kraken.
All right,
Didn't even come close to spell.
have a great rest of your week, guys.
Look what I look.
Taking Dan's word for it. All right.
Have a great rest of your week, guys, and a great weekend. We will see you on Wednesday, and we love you.
Peace.
Bye-bye.